The time is 8:06 in the morning time on this Monday morning, May 20th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, May 20th, 2019. Got, got all! And good morning to y'all this lovely Monday morning, May 20th, 2019. It is 8:06 a.m. in the morning time, and it's 66 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News at 8:06 is in Trump's trade war, how patriotic will Americans be? Trump allies mobilize against Congressman's impeachment revolt. Who is Robert F. Smith, the man paid off Morehouse graduate loans? As the graduates were surprised by a bill that responded to paying off their student loans. As Trump escalates China trade dispute, economic ties loose stabilize and force on matters of national security. Mitigating attacks Fox News host at Fox News Town Hall. U.S. prosecutors help themselves in Julian Assange possessions. Transgender woman of attack in April found dead in Dallas Street, shooting in Albany, Alabama. Leaves one police dead, officer dead, two injured. Church opened a new sanctuary 18 months after massacre. Former prosecutor Lori Leffert becomes first female openly gay Chicago mayor. Iraqi Shiite figures warned U.S. war could burn Iraq. Navy destroys sails past China, claim reef in South China Sea. India's election has left the country more divided than ever. Syrian government starts campaign to retake last opposition struggle over Idlib. Political risk may be supported or passive, but that's likely just short term, JP Morgan says. China tech can't spend its way out of this mess. Dawn of SP 500 is still within range of major highs. Indian suspend shipment to Hawaii, the case said. Looking at stocks now. Down 98.68 points at 25,764. SP 500 down 16.79 points at 59.53. And Nasdaq 91.76 at 7816.29. Comedian Volodymyr Zelensky was threatened Monday as the sixth president of Ukraine found to achieve a ceasefire with Russia-backed separatists while arrested as president of parliament. Swedish prosecutor seeks warrants for Julian Assange rape case. Second TMZ, how you doing? Open in June. U.S. President Donald Trump is using the same online reorder against Iran that he used a year ago as new tensions flare between Washington and Tehran. Trump's Mideast peace plan met by Palestine's enemy skepticism. Industry sees big potential with civilian version of plane jump hybrid. U.S. any protection, but Euro's China's 18, but yield dropped. A transgender woman was stabbed last month by a group of men. Texas was found dead over the weekend, police said. Some 8,000 people gathered for a Plywood Temple memorial and watched it burn in Justice Volunteer until following last year's Florida school shooting. Alabama couple closing on 7 years of love and marriage. Earthworm Dilemma asks climate scientists race to keep up. Bill Long Gimel, a singular hero, helped start a new field in physics. Full fly moon of this weekend, also Blue Moon, and NASA. First confirmed case of measles in Chicago in the state this year, health officials said. Peter Charles News Time is 8:10. Time now for a sports report. Boston Red Sox over the Houston Astros. 4-3 last yesterday afternoon at Fenway Park. Today, the Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays open up 4-game series at 1:05 p.m. in Toronto. Brooks Koepka shuts down girlfriend's kiss the temperature on the PGA Championship. Mets having the worst weekend of the season. McLaren apologized for their 9 Alonso for Indy 5 failure, and Special Master said this morning remember 22-year-old runner died after collapse at the Cleveland Marathon. Peter Cello's time is 8:11. Time out for Peter Cello traffic transit check. Beep! On the MBTA original switch should stop on the lanes up to 10 minutes due to a trade with a mechanical part of their back bay and on the commuter rail. Greenbush train 076 758 from Greenbush to operate 5 10 minutes basket between Greenbush and South Station. And the ferries, they are all looking good on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. I was in byways. 95 on the southbound side, slow between Protected Providence. 95 northbound side, slow between 295 Work R8 to 195 in Providence. 185 westbound side, slow between Seacon and downtown Providence. 60 eastbound side to the downtown Providence. 295 on the northbound side, slow between Work all the way down to Johnson. 295 on the southbound side, slow to Johnson down to Warwick. And 146 on the southbound side, slow between 15 and 95 downtown Providence. 146 both ends back between Route 146 and 89 and the Lincoln Wisconsin stretch. James High, Newport, Button, Sagara, Bridges out. Looking good. Out of the Cape, Route 60 eastbound side, so 134 and South Denison. Port Bridge eastbound side, slow. Westbound side is looking good. Trade both ends around the border, it's a little bit slow. 45 and the northbound side, so between 85 and Milford Oregon and the Route 9 and Westford 95. Northbound side from Route 1 and Shutter on 120 and Kenton. 21 northbound side, slow between. Here's some more money right now. The 128 gets it. 95 northbound side, so before 45. In Mansfield, and Route 3 to the northbound side, slow between. Between England and Route 3 split. Route 3 to the southbound side, so 220 Rockland. 7th Expressway, the northbound side, so between the Route 3 split. Then the Mass Pike in downtown Boston and 7th Expressway, southbound side, so the Dorchester stretch. 128 southbound side, so the Route 3 stretch. 128 the northbound side, so between. 28 Randolph down to the Route 20 in Waltham. Mass Pike eastbound side to Route 9 and Freeway down to the 7th Expressway in downtown Boston. Mass Pike eastbound side, so between Lower River down to South Boston and 7th Expressway, the northbound side between Quincy down to downtown Boston. 93 both in downtown Boston and backed up. 128 southbound side between Peabody down to Waltham. 93 both in downtown Boston backed up. 7th South, so Carroll looking good. Mass Pike westbound side between Lower River down to South Boston. Route 1 and southbound side between Revere down to Charlestown. 93 southbound side between 495 and 949 and 6 Bridge downtown Boston. 495 and the southbound side between Lawrence all the way down to Westford. 495 and the northbound side between Bolton all the way down to Chelmsford. Route 3 and the southbound side between Route 4 and Chelmsford all the way down to Route 128 in Burlington. 93 southbound side slow between Methuen and 9 and 6 Bridge downtown Boston. 495 and the southbound side between Lawrence all the way down to Route 93 in Andover, and 485 hit West between 3 and Tewksbury all the way down to Westford. 299 eastbound side, slow between 146 on the northbound side, all the way down to Route 9 out in Worcester, and 146 on the northbound side, so at 290 in Worcester, 84 east westbound side, also Route 20 in Sturbridge. 291 on the northbound side, slow between Mass Pike in Springfield, and 84 eastbound side, so between Farmington and down to Hertford, Connecticut. 91 southbound side, so between 20 and Woodstock, 291 in Windsor, Connecticut. 291 westbound side, so between South Windsor, all the way down. 91 in Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side, so between Manchester, Connecticut, all the way down to Hertford, Connecticut. 84 eastbound, so slow between Farmington and down to Hertford, Connecticut. 91 northbound side, so the Middletown, Connecticut, and downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side, so between 172 Southbury, Connecticut, all the way down. Route 7 in Denver, Connecticut. Route 7 in southbound side, so the Denver, Connecticut. Merck Parkway, westbound side, so between 135 and Fairfield, all the way down to Greenwich, Connecticut. 95 in the southbound side, so between Fairfield down to Greenwich, Connecticut. 395 in the northbound side, so the Dodge, Connecticut. And Everton, in the southbound side, a little slow around London, New Hampshire, and Waterwater eastbound side, Little Route 95, Hampton Toast, Spot Turbine, and southbound side, also Route 4, New Hampshire, Main Turbine, and southbound side, so the Gray Main, and then Hippens get around Portland, Maine, and 295 in the northbound side, also Main Ball, South Portland, Route 1 and southbound side of the Brunswick, Maine, and it's 878 and out, and southbound side, also the New York City Border, and upstate New York, Vermont, and R 15 out, the northbound side, so it's Quebec, and towards Montreal. Peter Children's time is 8:15 down now for weather report. Rain stretch the line from Severn, Maine all the way down. A heavy band of rain showers and thunderstorms north of Lake New Hampshire and stretching it down to southwestern Maine, and never batch of showers and storms the line from western Mass and northwestern Connecticut all the way out of the eastern portions of New York State, east of Albany. A few strong severe thunderstorms are possible between 2 and 9 p.m. Monday, mainly in the northwest of the Boston Providence corridor. The highest will be across interior Massachusetts and North Connecticut. The rate potential to be any severe thunderstorms will be localized temperature, wind gusts, and large hail. There will also be a low probability for a tornado. Lastly, brief tornado retro rainfall may result in a localized street flooding. All right, look at that forecast. Goes like this. For today, clouds got covered most of about 84 degrees, southwest about 9 at 40 miles an hour, gust high 30 miles an hour. For today, chance of showers is before 11 p.m. and then a slight chance of showers between 11 p.m. and midnight. Clouds got west wind, partly clouds about 52 degrees, southwest about 6 to 11 miles, coming northwest at midnight. Winds can gust high 22 miles an hour, chance of 40%. Tuesday, sunny partly clouds about 6 to about 46 degrees, northwest about 7 to 16 miles, gust high 30 miles an hour. For Wednesday, sunny partly clouds about 6 to about 47 degrees. Northward about 7 to 10 miles, gust high 23 miles an hour. For Thursday, most sides get about 68 about 52 degrees. Cloudy comes southwest about 3 to 7 miles an hour, afternoon chance of 50%. Friday, chance of before 11 a.m. Partly to mostly clouds about 60 miles, about 50 degrees. Northeast about 5 to 7 miles an hour, chance of 30%. For Saturday, partly clouds high about 70 about 56 degrees, southwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour, chance of 40%. For Sunday, partly about 77 degrees, west about 6 miles an hour. Right now, Norton and it's overcast at 66 degrees. And that's giving it for the Peter Channel Water News on this Monday morning, May 20th, 2019. I'm viewers. Hope you have a good morning, a good day to the North. So you have noon time for a noon time report. Hope you have a good morning.